Hey, hi, Glenn here with the Gardens of Castle Rock and Switzer's Nursery and Landscaping. We're going to do a little episode of Landscaper Know-How, and we've got one question. What is one thing you never, ever should do with sawdust? You got an answer? It's a real simple thing. There's a lot of things that you can do with it. We'll talk about a few of them, but the one thing you never, ever do with sawdust is throw it in the dump. Throw it away, put it in the garbage can and set it out at the end of the curb and throw it away. It's wood. It's an organic product. It's an organic wood-based piece that has a lot of benefits and should never end up in a landfill. Now, if you're a really big sawmill, you're a big, huge carpentry business, and you're generating a lot of sawdust, you already know that the sawdust is not a waste product. It is a byproduct and has a market. In this area, some of the larger sawmills are selling it for bedding, for animal bedding. It also can go into other products that get made there. So you already know that it's not a waste product. For a smaller millers, for a smaller shop, guys, there's a lot that you can do with your sawdust besides throwing it away. First, it's a real simple thing that you can spread some of the sawdust out in your lawn. Spring is here in Minnesota, finally summer almost. Nice sun today. But you can spread a thin coating out on your lawn. Organic matter goes into it very nice. If you have a little bit more sawdust, you can start a compost pile in your backyard and help break it down a little bit. Mix some of your house waste, like your eggshells and your banana peels, and put all of that in there, and some of your grass clippings to get a nice compost to put on your garden. Another place where you can take your sawdust is your local yard waste area. It's an organic material, just like the grass clippings, just like your leaves. You can take your sawdust there and dispose of it at your local yard waste. So another place that you can do it is in your gardens, and I'm going to be taking this garden because over the winter, you saw some of the videos, we generated a fair amount of sawdust. I got about 12 inches of sawdust here from our chainsaw milling, and then in our shop we did a lot of milling in there this winter. And what I do is I reuse these tubs from planting trees, these old tubs, and I just fill up all my sawdust there from the shop and put that in my little tubs, so then I can save that, so when spring gets here, then I can put it on there. So let's think about it. Never throw sawdust into the dumpster, into the garbage. Compost it, spread it on your yard, put it into the garden. We're going to do a little bit of a video here where I'm going to take some of this compost and we're going to be adding it to our hugelkultur, which is a mound culture that we're doing out back here at the gardens, creating another garden for a forest woodland restoration. Let's watch that a little bit, where we put some of that up on our hugelkultur, and then we'll come back and wrap up. Here we are out on our hugelkultur. I finished mowing earlier and I got some grass clippings on here. Hey, we're going to get into the whole thing, what a hugelkultur is, and making one of those in another video. This video, as you know, is about sawdust, what never to do with it. Here is our sawdust from our shop, and it's heavy, and there's a lot of it. Nice stuff. Some of that hay, and we're just trying to break this up and spread it into a thin layer, not too heavy of a layer. Maybe mix it with the grass. As you can see, we got some of our orange peels from earlier. And this hugelkultur is going to be about almost 6 feet tall when we're done. So something else you can do from the shop is all of your trim boards can go up here too. This is all going to get buried, so it just all becomes compost. That's it. Fun to hear the wildlife. All right, pretty simple. Sawdust. So that one thing you should never ever do with your sawdust is throw it away. There's too many good uses for it. Putting it on your lawn, taking it to your local yard waste compost site, composting it in your backyard, or creating a hugelkultur, a new garden, and composting it that way. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate that you take the time to watch Landscaper Know-How. If you could be so kind to like the video, leave us a comment, and most of all, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be wonderful. Greatly appreciate it. We've been Glenn, I've been Glenn from the Gardens of Castle Rock and Switzer's Nursery and Landscaping with a little bit of Landscaper Know-How.